Greetings, YouTube. As you well know by now, the shit gibbon was found guilty on 34 counts of felonies in New York City. He doctored business uh, records to hide the fact that he was giving hush money, and he did this in the hopes of kind of hiding from the public eye that that since he was running for office, maybe he doesn't want them to know that he's been banging porn stars on the side, poorly, I might add, if Stormy Daniels is correct, and I have no reason to believe that she isn't. And there was actually some very salacious content in this case, and it wouldn't have existed if the defense had not basically said that we don't think it happened, even though he has in the past bragged about banging porn stars. So she got to sit in court and give in lurid detail why this actually happened, and this is how it happened, this is where and when it happened. And all of that is now part of the U.S. justice system records, which makes me smile. Um, Apparently didn't make her smile. Apparently he was as a poor performer, and that doesn't shouldn't shock you, seeing as he's failed to perform at every other task he's ever had his entire life. The man bankrupted casinos. That that still baffles me. How anyone could be that crappy a business person. They bankrupted a casino, a machine that prints money. But since he was found guilty of 34 felonies, and he's the first president in history to be found guilty of felonies, frankly, I think it should be automatically disqualify him for running for president. You're a felon. And in Florida, he can't vote. So he's going to have to move his residency probably to New York or something, at a place where hopefully he can vote. Because right now in Florida, he can't. Then maybe they'll change the law for him. They'll like that. DeSantis was DeSantis really seems to enjoy licking his ball sack. Um, but he's reached out to Mike Johnson and said, I want you to fix this problem for me. Now, Mike Johnson is a member of the federal government. He has no control over the state judicial system of New York. They're they're separate things. And if you might remember, you may have heard once or twice in your life how the right constantly goes on about states' rights. They mention state rights pretty much any time they stand up. Of course, their state rights they want to defend are the state rights to gun down school children, and the state rights to marry school children, and the state your rights to shoot black people, and the state rights to discriminate against gay and trans people. It's almost like they want to do horrible things, and they're just using states' rights as an excuse. But Johnson should know that, state rights and state laws and federal laws are completely separate. And if you're a member of the federal government, you have no control over state government. So you can't do shit about doctoring the books or pulling a fast one and getting those 34 felony counts canceled. Not going to happen. Even though the shit gibbon would really love if you could do that. He's looking for a Hail Mary. Personally, I'm looking forward to the fact that they may be fitting him for an orange jumpsuit in the near future. Though I will honestly say I don't think that's going to happen. But it would warm the cockles of my heart if it did. So, another example of how he failed to perform at his appointed task once again. He's crappy in bed, he's crappy in business, and he doesn't know shit about federal or state law.